Today, we'll be talking about fictional creatures that might actually exist by the end of this century. You'll be shocked, but genetic engineering has become a very growing sector, and we might see a lot of this by the end of this century. Number 1, real-life Pokemon. Pokemon may seem only like a fictional thing, but genetic editing might, by the end of this century, produce our very first Pokemon. Especially when the technological singularity comes, when we all basically cannot die. Hopefully I don't die before then. But we could have ourselves real-life Pokemon. Real-life Pikachu. Pikachu is essentially a yellow mouse that can produce electricity. There are animals that can already produce electricity. Already. Or how about Doduo? Doduo can actually exist. What's gonna stop someone from creating an animal with 2 heads? Heads, just like Doduo. What's gonna stop them? Some Pokemon technically already exist because they're already just normal dogs, like Pup, Herdiel, and Stoutland. But we could really have Pikachu in existence. Pikachu could, by the end of this century, be an actual pet people can own. People, by the end of this century, could have a real-life Pikachu. And no, I'm not saying this because, oh, you like Pokemon. It's gonna happen. Some scientist is going to say, you know what? Let's make Pikachu a reality. And there we go. We have Pikachu. And why can we stop from Pikachu? There's lots of other Pokemon that we can bring into reality. Maybe except for the legendary Pokemon. But a lot of popular Pokemon may become reality in the future. Also with AI, you can also have the machine Pokemon in the future as well. There are many Pokemon that are based around inanimate objects. Of course, especially machine Pokemon. Which means we could actually have a armored bird like Scombly or Corviknight with genetic engineering. Corviknight and Scombly may be an actual creature in the future. Metal birds could be real in the future. Number 2, Mario enemies. So we all seen our classic Goomba, Koopa, and all the Mario enemies. Seeps are the simple fists. They already exist. Same thing with the bloopers. They're simple squids. But what about turtles with intelligence? Yes, turtles with intelligence could be a real thing by the end of this century. And we could clearly have Bowser living on this planet alongside us. Bowser could be a real-life creature. A Koopa Troopa could be a real-life creature as well. What's gonna stop technology from making a turtle that can walk upright, like us humans? It's not impossible. We could clearly have Koopa Troopas in the real world. Koopa Troopas could be a real animal in the future, a real species. We already genetically engineered species already, and now we're starting to do it with very simple stuff like glowing fists or frogs that are completely see-through. By the end of the century, we could see Koopa Troopas become a reality. Another thing that could become a reality is Piranha Plants. Venus flytraps already exist, but we could make Venus flytraps resemble Piranha Plants in the future. It is very easy to do something like that. Next, our intelligent mice. Mice are always the testing for scientists, but Mickey Mouse may soon become a reality by the end of this century. A talking intelligent mouse? Always seen in science and fiction, like from Tom and Jerry, Mickey Mouse, and other famous mice in fiction. But this could be a reality. If Koopas can exist, then why can't intelligent mice exist? It makes absolutely a lot of sense that Mickey Mouse could exist in the future. An intelligent mouse that stands upright and is able to talk to us humans on any level. Next is Winston. Winston is a genetically engineered ape from Overwatch, but because of genetic engineering, and apes are already and gorillas are already pretty close to us in intelligence. Hammond and Winston are no far off. Hammond already had exceeded the years of a normal hamster's life. Hammond is a super intelligent hamster that's able to build mechs and able to build his own super intelligent AI that benefits him in his own way. Winston was able to create a chronal accelerator, able to control time and space. But this could be a reality that a super intelligent gorillas that are on par with us or even surpass us in intelligence could be a real thing. That we could have a future where Koopas, gorillas, and other, could be working with us in scientific discoveries, and even mice as well. Technology is only going to progress, and we could have super intelligent apes and hamsters in the future. They could be a real thing in our near future. The next thing that could be real in our future could be animal people. Yep, the Animal Crossing villages could be real. Of course, this goes in line with intelligent apes and stuff, but we could truly give animals a human-like genome to basically become like this. I expected to start really becoming practical by the end, but we could clearly see dogs and cats take on a humanoid form. The next one is cat girls. Elon Musk has already joked about it that genetic engineering could make cat girls an actual possibility. Every Reeves fantasy could be a possibility by the end of this century that a cat girl could exist. Hey, if super intelligent gorillas can exist and super intelligent mice, then cat girls can exist on the same planet with us. It's only a matter of time before all of this stuff happens. A lot of other fictional cat creatures could be soon become a reality. The next one are dinosaurs. Yep, dinosaurs. People say that bringing back dinosaurs from extinction isn't possible, but dinosaurs did not go extinct. They just changed names. They're called birds now. But we could easily genetic engineer a bird to go back to becoming a dinosaur. Birds in the early development stages have all of the features of a dinosaur. So we could have a bird, especially an emu or ostrich or a cassowary, that resembles a velociraptor. I'm not saying that a patasaurus is going to come back. I'm saying that, yep, raptors could be a commonplace in zoos by the end of this century. Dinosaurs, of course, are not fiction. They existed millions of years ago. But the fact that we could have a real-life dinosaur, same thing can go with the woolly mammoth and other Ice Age beasts and other extinct animals. They may be extinct now, but because of de-extinction, these animals may no longer be extinct. There's lots of critically endangered species that we map the genome of, so we can clone them in the future using related species in zoos. For example, animals like the northern white rhinoceros have the genome and basically everything preserved. Same thing with the Tasmanian tiger. There were rumors that the Tasmanian tiger isn't actually extinct, but we could essentially declone them from... They can make them exist. Which means by the end of this century, we could have dinosaurs, mammoths, and other extinct creatures that were extinct, but we brought them back through de-extinction. Many animals that we hunted to extinction could be commonplace in zoos by the end of this century. They could be commonplace in zoos, and all of us, if we survive to the singularity, we can all witness dinosaurs, mammoths, and other creatures in zoos. Next creature is a Goomba. How is it possible? Goomba is a fungi. How can it get legs and feet? Toads are probably far away off, but a Goomba would be a first step. A Goomba is basically a walking mushroom. Yep, with fangs and teeth. It is very possible with genetic engineering, we could make a Goomba an actual real organism on this planet. We could actually make a Goomba a real-life animal. Yes, people say we saw him really do stuff like this, but come on. A real-life Goomba, everybody would want to see that. Kind of like real-life Pikachu. Next thing are the Ewoks. The Ewoks may be science fiction now. Ewoks will never happen. But we already have animals that resemble Ewoks. Bears. We could essentially genetically engineer bears to become smaller and stand upright and have intelligence as well, which basically means we could have Ewoks on this planet. Next, our talking lions. Yep. Because there's a lot of other beings that we can genetically engineer them, we already can talk. Birds can talk, which means the Lion King can become a possibility. And also, Moto can exist. Enough said. So yep, there we go. There's a couple of fictional creatures or creatures that have already existed that will be commonplace by the end of this century. Especially Pikachu. People are going to make Pikachu. Other creatures that could exist are like gigantic spiders from Minecraft, creepers. Yep, creepers could exist. And other fictional creatures that we've seen in fiction. Fiction will no longer be fiction. It will be real. Goodbye. Oh yeah, and there'll probably be an intelligent panda too. From like Kung Fu Panda. And dragons could probably exist too. Just in a smaller size. I haven't even scratched the surface of creatures that could be genetically engineered either. I'll probably make a part 2 to this video, go into more details about dragons. Goodbye.